This shit ain't nothing to me, you stupid piece of shit.
You know we can do that, right?
We can pace?
Yeah, when the camera's not on, we can pace back and forth.
Just two of us pacing in my living room shouting at each other.
Just both you and me pacing back and forth, continually making different boxing stances, MMA stances, the drop to the knee shit of like...
Have you seen that guy? It's like the best video on the internet right now where he's doing, what if Robert De Niro played Chinese Harry Potter? And he's like a white guy. So he's a white guy doing a Robert De Niro impression, and then I guess he's fluent in like Mandarin. So it's like "Shi hao ma shi Harry Potter shao li shi," and like it's so funny.
No, I haven't seen it.
But he's also doing a Robert De Niro impression at the same time.
I have not seen it. My roommate put me onto gloving,
dude.
Glovers versus Sliders. Have you seen that?
Unfamiliar.
Oh, dude, I wasn't familiar with it either. So it's gloving is the practice in EDM festivals where they put those lights on the tip of their fingers and do weird hand movements. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. My ex one time dragged me to Contact Festival, which is like a big EDM music festival, and I remember being there being like 22 and just thinking, I feel like the biggest fucking creep. All these kids are 16 years old. This is fucking weird.
16-year-olds shouldn't be raving.
No, dude, it's an all ages rave. It's
Who
just
put
creeps.
that rave on? Because I bet they're in their 50s.
100%. It's at
Creepy.
BC Place like every Boxing Day and the day after. And my ex was diehard into EDM, and she's like, "Let's go!" And I kept making jokes about how it's like a pedophile bullpen. And then she was like, "You know, if you're just gonna come in with that attitude, we don't have to go."
It's crazy when you get dragged to stuff by a partner, by a girlfriend. Realistically, I said partner, by a girlfriend.
By a girlfriend.
And
a
they
partner,
drag you to
a
stuff?
partner, a guy's gonna bring you to something cool.
It's true, yeah.
Two gay men are gonna go to something kind of cool.
When you and I finally get married, it's just monster trucks.
100%.
Just monster trucks for us.
Yeah, the old ball and chain dragged me out to motocross last weekend.
It was pretty good.
It was great to see all these girls' stories of Nitro Circus, and I'm like, you took one for the team with your boyfriend, didn't you?
No, but they come out to guy stuff, and they're like, it was actually really fun.
Yeah.
Because guy stuff is fun. But when girls, they drag you out, and then they're like, if you're just going to be like that the whole time, I'm not even doing this with you, but you're like, okay, I have to go.
Did you not have fun at the Christmas market?
We don't have, look, she's going to listen to this
we
episode.
won't listen to it.
She's going to listen to this
No, this is a
episode.
Patreon one. She's not on it.
That's true. No, I had a terrible time at the Christmas. It was bullshit. I hated the Christmas market.
Dude, Christmas
Everything's
market
so expensive. It was just fucking children stepping on my feet.
Every market is just something a girlfriend drags you to where you're like, wow, I spent $60 and I'm still hungry. Fuck this.
100, and then she was like, I'm full. And I was like, that's because I gave you the lion's share of everything we ate. And then the other side of it is, this is a very dark thought. The whole time we were at the Christmas market, I was like, man, these things are getting shot up a lot lately.
Dude.
I just kept thinking of that where I was just like, I'm not often this vulnerable.
Because did you go to the one in North Vancouver?
No, we went to the one downtown.
Okay, there's one in North Vancouver where they have all the driving stoppers so that no one can ram a truck through it. And I'm like, man.
Yeah.
The
one downtown is at the Olympic Torch.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But it is weird to, like, you leave the Christmas market and you walk directly into a Cactus Club. It feels very Vancouver in a way that isn't good.
The one in North Vancouver is hilarious, too, because they have those roadblockers set up to a point where they're like, we don't want cars. We don't want anyone in electric wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Like, no one's getting in that thing.
Yeah.
A turbocharged electric wheelchair is not getting inside that place.
It was like wheelchair accessible, but it wasn't wheelchair friendly.
I know what you mean.
It was like, look, if you want to be that guy and crunch everyone's feet, you can be.
You can get here, but it's going to take a minute.
Hey, Santa drives a sleigh. You get what I'm saying? We're not about wheels around here.
Looking at someone in a wheelchair and going, how badly do you want eggnog rum, actually? Do you want it that badly?
Dude, it was $9 for a single sausage the size of a hot dog from like the Bratwurst station.
Yeah, fuck that.
And the line was like wrapped around the block. And I was
fuck
like,
that
all
shit,
of these. I was like, something went viral on TikTok, and I just kept being like, look at all these little piggies, eating their sausage. And then there was one guy selling fish, and then Allie didn't want to go to him. She was like, no, I don't want to. And I was like, I want to go to the fish guy. She didn't let me.
Is he just selling raw fish?
He was selling freshly caught fish. He had like a seafood thing. And
Oh,
he was
cool.
Dressed like a fisherman.
Yep.
And that was the guy I wanted to go to. And I was like, that's West Coast as fuck. I bet this guy's product is incredible. Otherwise, he wouldn't be paying the outrageous fees to have a stall in the Christmas market.
Yeah, but also to leave the Christmas market with a fresh fish is crazy.
I would have eaten it then and there.
Right there.
I would have eaten it like a seagull.
Sashimi, just
yeah.
gulped it back.
I would have eaten it like a pelican, spat out the bones. But no, like girlfriends drag you to stuff, and then you're in this situation where you're like, I have to pretend to be excited, otherwise she'll get mad.
Yeah.
So you fake it, and then you put on your best face, and the whole time you're just like grimacing in pain and being like,
dude.
it's fun, I love it. And then afterwards they're like, see, I told you had fun. And then you're stuck. Now she's like rubbing it in your face how good of an actor you were. And then it's like, do I rip the mask off? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I hated every second of it, you stupid fuck. Or you just let her like be like, see, I told you that going to this awful thing full of morons is good.
Yeah, and it's always, I don't know if it's the same thing, but actually, I will say my last girlfriend, it was some fun shit. I remember she'd be like, well, let's go to Rib Fest. We're going to Rib Fest.
Rib Fest I don't want to go somewhere where there's a 100% chance I'm going to get sticky.
We went to Rib Fest.
I'm not doing that.
She went, come on, let's go to Rib Fest. And we went to Rib Fest, and it was pretty good. But it was like really close to Main Street and Broadway, and it was weird to just go into basically city center.
Yeah.
And then just go into this place, and they're like, welcome to the Rib Off. Y'all ready to have some of the best brisket in your goddamn life? And I'm like, I can see people over that fence
There's homeless people right
actively
there.
starving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see people over that fence who are so malnourished and only want fentanyl. And they're like, are you ready for the Rib Off?
But if you give them brisket, they'll trade it for crack. So,
100%,
it's like,
dude.
What are you going to do?
They'll trade it for anything they can.
They'll trade it for anything they can.
You know, they're thrifty fellas. But yeah, girlfriend activities can be fucking brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you don't like interpretive dance? And then they're like, we never do anything. And then when you do stuff and you're like, that was and then like at the end of it, like, wasn't that fun? And you're like, that was brutal. And they're like, I don't want to hear it if you're going to be like this. And then you're like, okay, so it is like literally like, shut up, enjoy the shit sandwich.
Yeah.
And I swear to Christ, if you even remotely groan about your shit sandwich, I will fucking end your shit.
I just kind of, I usually just will take it on the chin, go through it, and be like, okay. And then in a weird way, be like, now you owe me one. You don't know this, but internally I've now decided that you owe me one.
You're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do internally I do.
You're not allowed to do that. And the other, I don't like lying. I believe in being an honest person. So if someone goes, wasn't this fun, when I have gone out of my way to make sure that everyone around me enjoys themselves, and then they go, checking in with you, are you having fun? And then it's like, what the fuck are you going to do if I'm not? What are you going to do differently if I say I'm not having fun?
Here's the thing, though, is when they're like, did you have fun? I'll be like, that was an experience. I'll never say, yes, I had fun. Like, when I got back from Contact Festival, I was like, I'll be real with you, that shit was not for me. Seeing a bunch of 16-year-olds basically half naked running around, call me crazy, I just wasn't that into it.
Call me crazy, I just wanted to... Okay, we're off topic. Now we're just dragging girlfriends.
And what's wrong with that?
What's up with the Glovers versus the Childish Gambino?
Oh, the sliders? Glovers versus sliders? Okay, so now you know what gloving is. So you know what sliders are.
I don't know what sliders are.
So sliders will get basically these specific gloves that have almost pucks around their palms.
Yeah.
And then it will also have these pucks around their knees and maybe tips of their toes. And they'll run at a very fast pace and then slide on their hands and knees.
Yeah, I just learned about these guys.
Yeah, they're called
How long
sliders.
has this been a thing? I just
Dude,
saw a thing.
This is brand new. Sliding is brand new.
And they're on all fours. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go on all fours. They're always at like dumb Halloween festivals or something like that.
I kind of respect the sliders more than the Glovers.
Sliders are, in my opinion, I am Team Slider.
Team Slider.
Team Slider.
You kind of work on it. You're like building some muscle groups.
Yeah,
ripping around.
You're just sliding around.
Imagine doing that while doing a push-up. That's actually quite impressive.
It feels like an activity that someone who's really, really into the War Boys from Mad Max would be into. Does that make sense? Like someone who's obsessed with War Boys would be like, yeah, I'm a slider.
It feels like something that somebody who's like, Quidditch is gay, but I don't want to play real sports.
Yes. Yeah, very accurate.
You know, like someone that nerdy, but they're like, no, Quidditch is gay, and they do deserve to be bullied.
And it feels like they would go to a very, very busy spot in a downtown city center.
In a skate park.
And just slide. Yeah, they would go down a
Skateboarding
ramp
is too scary.
or some shit.
BMX is too cool. Scootering is
too gay.
Scootering gets you too much pussy.
Yeah.
So they're like, I gotta do.
Scootering, you can't be interacting with the kids.
Can't be interacting with the kids while you do sliding.
So
what's the beef then?
So the whole thing is, there's this guy who is on YouTube who is popping the fuck off, And he doesn't
I
understand.
am popping the fuck off.
He does not
Slides
understand.
down
He's a Glover, and he doesn't understand that people are making fun of him.
Oh, it's an ironic.
So people are like,
Glover.
"You're not a real Glover," and he's just like, "How about this then?" And he'll be doing weird, almost hand spells to the camera, and he's just like, "How about this then? I challenge anyone here to a glove off, and if you can't beat me in a glove duel, then at the end of it, you'll be degloved." And he's doing this fully earnestly.
What's the glove duel though? How is it a competition?
So the glove duel is they try and see who can do the coolest hand patterns in like a dark room. Since all their fingertips light up, they want to see who can do the coolest things. There's a term for it in raving. I don't know if it's actually called gloving. It's something fucking stupid.
Right.
I don't know.
It is crazy to do a thing that slinky guys look down on.
Yes. Yeah.
Like slinky people are like, what I do is more impressive.
Yeah. Like I would say cutball people are at the top of the totem pole. And
Who's a cutball people? Those are just like Japanese children.
no,
I mean,
there's some hard.
no way there's cutball people.
There's some hardcore cuppers.
Are the cuppers?
Yeah, there's some hard. I don't know if they're called cuppers. It kind of sounds like a racial
I think
slur.
I respect the slinkers the most because they can do like Indiana Jones stuff, like with his whip.
Dude,
They can like turn on light switches with it and stuff.
wait until you see the cuppers.
What are the cuppers doing?
The cuppers-
Actually, yo-yoers are probably.
Oh, fuck, true. Yes. Yo-yoers, cuppers, what stackers? Have you seen that? Like
What's a stacker?
they get those cups and they stack them up as half as.
They're at the bottom. That's not cool. No one respects
No, you
that.
need to see gloving first.
Yeah, well,
Before-
gloving is
gloving is bottom
absolutely
tier.
at the bottom.
Gloving is in the graveyard. It is
Yeah.
fucking atrocious.
If someone needs to be on ecstasy to enjoy what you do, it's not a particularly impressive thing.
what the hell? You talking shit about my ex's pussy? No, I'm sorry. I don't know what we're doing here.
Imagine thinking your girlfriend's so gross you have to take ecstasy and Viagra just to enjoy just to have sex with her. Oh wow. Wow.
That would be so funny if just her being like, "Are you ready for bed?" And you're just inside the bathroom rubbing against the curtain going, "Oh my God, have you felt the shower curtain?
You just crawl out doing the worm really slowly. Wow.
Ooh, have you felt these bed covers? It's amazing.
Babe, you're so beautiful.
Oh, your upper lip hair feels incredible.
She's giving you a hand job and you're like, watch the rug burn on it.
Oh, those calluses feel so good.
Oh, it stings, but I love it.
In the perfect way imaginable. Oh yeah, so this guy's being punked on though. Everybody's like, yeah,
Everyone's punking on the hand man.
yeah, and he's getting like angry, and there's this dude who's responding to him, and he has ski gloves on with taped on
Googly eyes.
no, like taped on googly eye, taped on construction paper, just going, well, come on then, bro, just doing nothing and going, you're not a real Glover, and then the Glover guy will respond and be like, yeah, that's not even gloving. You're not even gloving. You don't even know how to glove, and is freaking the fuck out.
This is like old school lol cow.
Oh, yeah.
101 shit.
It's a new lol cow.
Yeah.
It's a new lol cow, and now people are becoming obsessed with gloving, and they're trying to pit the slider community against the glovers.
It's so funny how the first thing people do when they discover a new lol cow who's like protective of any part of their identity is build a fake one and then pretend like they're better. They did it with Chris Chan.
Chris Chan's was very
every
evil.
time they just build a guy who's a bad ripoff and they go, he's better than you. And the lol cow goes, no, and it's like. It's the first step of like lol cow like detection. Where you're
True.
like, how far can we take this?
Well, not even lol cow. It's just funny to make imaginary beefs and pit someone against one another. Like,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
remember when?
They do it to Darkside Phil a lot.
Yeah. Do you remember when we
Just
told
pit
a good
Darkside Phil against
a
people.
good friend of ours who used to play college basketball, then an autistic open mic comedian was talking shit about his basketball ability?
Look, we don't have to.
You don't remember?
We don't have to bring that up.
I mean, why not? That
we
was
also,
funny.
we also, I will point out, we never like released that pressure.
Oh, I think there's still a little residing.
There is absolutely still some tension, but the autistic guy kind of quit.
Yeah, he kind of quit stand up, but it was very
He's chasing
fun.
a train somewhere right now across the Midwest.
He's counting the stoplights of the city.
And our
He's-
basketball friend is still shooting them hoops.
yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's counting lights.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun one.
It is, yeah. They do that. Darkside Phil is constantly. Perry Caravello thinks that Darkside Phil is constantly sending his armies against him, and I
Yes.
don't think Darkside Phil knows who Perry Caravello
Perry
is.
Caravello. Every now and then, my old roommate will send me a Perry video, and it's just fucking incredible.
What the Scaremaster has gotten up to is really, we're really getting somewhere with this guy.
Yeah, this is.
It's crazy. It's one of those ones where you're like, all right, we painted the Mona Lisa with Windy City Heat. Where do we go from here? There were new colors to uncover.
What was the one? I think I sent it to you. So Perry Caravello, this comedian who famously gets trolled in a documentary called Windy City Heat. It's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious. They trick this open mic comedian, probably below an open mic comedian, that he's going to be a movie star, and they
make
make
a mentally ill man with brain damage.
Yeah, we don't have to say that.
Well, I mean, it is important for the lore.
A very homophobic mentally ill man.
It's very homophobic and
kind of racist.
And
yeah,
he's done gay shit.
Yes. But what,
he's my best friend.
And what was the one that I sent you recently where they were like, eat a Mars bar for adult, and he's like, yeah, I'll eat a Mars bar for $5, and then they get him to eat like 12 Mars bars, and he's just like, enough! My stomach! Fuck! I think it's Mars bars. They keep getting him to eat more and more Mars bars.
And then they've figured out that he doesn't really understand how his ring light works, so they'll just edit videos of people at the door, and he'll run into the hallway.
And he also does not understand that he's fucking he's lactose intolerant.
Yeah, no, he knows, but
Yeah.
he'll just eat dairy for money.
Yeah,
he'll do anything for money. They figured out.
What was it? Yeah, it was either Twinkie or something else.
And then he hates fish, and they will just constantly order him Filet-O-Fish on DoorDash. And he's just like, I guess I'll eat it. And then
but go to a Gliders video. Go to a Gliders video.
Gliders, Glovers.
Or sorry, go to a Slider. Go to a Sliders video, and you'll see
versus Glovers.
You'll see the comments that are just like, man. People are really saying this is better than gloving. Bullshit.
I feel like, are the Sliders just unbothered by it? Because they're just out there shredding.
I was just put onto this. I was looking at it before coming here.
Oh, so
I
you're
don't
brand
know,
new to it.
but I do think the Sliders seem to be the cooler ones. And are
Right.
like, yeah, we don't really care. Because Sliders are actually making money. They're being employed to slide around.
Remember the thing was the shoes? Was it soap?
Soapers. Yep.
That had a moment.
That did.
That had its very brief moment.
There was a kid that went to my high school that was able to slide down the handrail of a 18-set staircase.
That's pretty cool.
Which was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
round bar too, not flat bar.
Damn.
Just regular. It was insane to watch. He was a very good skateboarder, but he
Incredible
could do it on his
athleticism
shoes.
being wasted on just the dumbest thing.
Truly. I think he's now an arbor. I don't really know what he's up to.
Arborist?
Arborist? Yeah.
Arborist, yeah.
Arborist.
Arbor.
Arbalist. Arbiter, the guy from Halo.
The arbiter is the guy from Halo. An arbalist, I think, shoots a crossbow, and an arborist
falls trees.
Is like a tree scientist.
Yeah.
They're a tree technician. They give trees chiropractor appointments.
Yeah, they give trees a haircut.
Yeah, give trees a haircut.
Yeah, dude.
Bring it up, bring it down.
Yeah, man. Hey, where's your girl at?
She's working.
Damn.
Yes, why?
I don't know. I wanted to say hi.
You wanted her to come in here and be like, you have to come to a Christmas party that I'm putting on with my friends.
You know what?
2 Christmas parties in one day.
I know, but I'll be honest with you. I had so much fun at that first Christmas party. I was having the time of my goddamn life.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Did you?
I'm not really a Christmas party guy. It was a nice time.
Yeah,
it was a nice time full of nice people. And then I went to another Christmas party where I knew even less people. And I was kind of boozed up from the first Christmas party.
Oh, no.
And then on the way there, I kept being like, how fun do you think this one's going to be? And she was like, don't you even start. And I was like, do you think we're going to have more fun than the one we just left?
And she went, yes, actually, I think we are.
Yeah. And then afterwards, she went, that was nice. And I went, was it? It was fun. It was nice.
Yeah, fair.
I'm not going to slander it too much. I just don't think I'm not a party guy.
No,
I did that. The older I get, the more I'm like, there is a very good chance I do have autism. It's so.
What do you like? You used to like to go to bars.
Well, I like to go to bars because I like having a beer. I like a good go for a beer at the pub, and if that turns into more drinks, then I love that.
Yeah.
I like just getting fucking tanked.
Tanked at a bar is good.
Friends.
Getting tanked at Foy's would be fun.
Yeah, that would be good. I like a bar where nobody joins your table.
I'm with you.
I like a nice standoffish old people bar.
A little empty.
Little empty. I like a nice full glass of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I like service that's friendly, but not too friendly where they're going to follow you on Instagram after.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
I don't want a Cheers bar.
I'm with you on that. I don't want a bartender to come up and go, "What's up, guys? I'm Katie. I'll be serving you today." And
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I want someone just coming up and going, "What's up, guys? What can I get you?"
I like Katie coming up being like, I'm Katie. I'll be serving you a dinner. And I go, Katie, let's be best friends for tonight. And then afterwards, let's pretend like we never met.
I never want to see you again.
I never want to see you again. What I don't want is Katie going, what are you guys doing after this? And then I go,
Oh, yeah.
You know? I'm
Yeah, I
off
feel
soon.
you.
What are you guys doing after this?
Yeah.
And
Have
then
we talked about this on the podcast before?
She's hitting on like the one hot guy in the group, and you're like, this is going to be a whole thing. And then the hot guy's like, not much, Katie, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, God, she's going to bring
Looks
the
like
other.
she's coming with.
And then she's like, well, the bartender's off soon. And the bartender comes up, and he's got horrible cokehead energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, yeah, watch you guys hanging out all night. You guys are fun as hell. And you're like, this night just turned so quickly.
That's like every small town, though.
That's every large town.
I'd say so many small towns I go to, if you go to a bar, then it turns into being like, you're going to drink with us later, right? And you're like, oh, fuck
I
me,
would
man.
rather drink with the beautiful citizens of a small town than wastoids from a big city.
You know what I like doing? And this has only happened to me once or twice. I love finishing out shows and getting fucked up at House of Comedy.
With the staff?
With the staff. I fucking love. I think I've only done it once or twice. I fucking love
Yeah, well,
that
they don't
shit.
do it too often.
No, they seldom do it, but my lord,
around
do I
and
like it. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, I like finishing shows and like I'll have drinks with, you know, it is a little different after a show. What do you? Yeah, you're on your phone.
Sorry, no.
Unbelievably rude.
No, this is very rude. I'm sorry.
Pretty fucked up. For the listeners at home, Sean just pulled his phone out.
Sorry. Fuck, sorry.
What was that? What was
I
going on
completely forgot that I was trying to drag Finn from House of Comedy out to have some drinks with us.
Tonight?
On Sunday.
there? Oh.
And I was like, buddy, come on! And then I blacked out.
Buddy. Oh, did you send him an apology?
No. I just
Yeah,
remember
you said
bringing
he
up
was going
House,
to come out.
I just remember bringing up House Comedy and going, oh no. Like,
I think the difference between us is you're a sociable fella.
yeah.
That's
I
your
like people.
deep darkest secret is that you are a sociable
I like
guy.
people, man. I like people. The moment I get 3 drinks into me, I'm like, I can talk to anyone right now. I can have fun. I can talk to anybody right now. I can have fun with anyone right now.
Mine for that is like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
5 or 6, I'm like lubed up and I'll be your pal. But then I hate that. Because then the next morning I've made friends with all these people and I'm like, I can't maintain this.
Yeah, like sober. I think when I'm sober, I'm you 3 drinks in.
Yes.
Sober, I'm your level of sociability 3 drinks in, where I'm like, I'd rather
Yes.
not talk to anybody. I'm fine. I'll be cordial. I would rather not hang out.
It's just like, you know, sometimes somebody tells you something about them and you're like, sometimes someone will tell me a detail about their life and it's not somebody that I have any connection to. And I'm a little annoyed that I now have to carry that knowledge with me to the grave.
Oh, that's never happened.
Like
with
they'll
me.
be like, I was born in this small town and my father did this for a living and my mom did this for a living. And I'm like, I'm wasting bandwidth on you.
Oh, dude.
Don't tell me that. I
No,
don't wanna
I've
hear
never.
that.
That's never bothered me in the slightest.
It's never interesting. Well, if one guy was like, I saw the detonation of the first hydrogen bomb, I'm like, I'm here for that. What was that like?
Yeah,
It's never that. It's always like my father sold suit linens.
Whoa!
And my
Your
mother-
father was Suit Man?
No, just sold it to Suit Man.
Father was
no,
Suit Man.
It's always no, but my father knew Suit Man.
My father knew Suit Man.
My father knew Suit Man.
Man, dude, one of other
and
comic.
my mother drank so much orange juice
I was
that
talking.
she was in a magazine.
I was talking to another comic about Suit Man a couple days ago,
I'm like, huh?
and he started going through his Facebook with me, and it is comical to see.
Oh, I had to unfollow. It got too dark.
Oh, well, to see him be like, Superman can't even catch a goddamn win. When's Superman gonna get it? And then finally something good happens to him, and he goes, Superman's finally got his, and he remembers everyone that wasn't there as it happened. And then 2 weeks later, he'll like lose the $20 he's found, and he'll just be like, God punishes Superman again.
Yeah, Superman. Once Superman had open heart surgery, moved to Hawaii. I was like,
Superman had open heart surgery?
Superman had open heart surgery, moved to Hawaii, and he sold his Lego collection, which was
Ooh.
it was too.
Superman.
And he never talked about his kids.
He's
he
in a different.
Rarely talked about his.
He's in a
children.
different era now. Now he has a blue suit.
Yeah,
To show that he's become a bit more.
I think now
in
he wears
touch with
Hawaiian
himself.
shirts. Now he's shirt man.
Yeah, so I do know.
I had to unfollow him. It was too much.
I think we've talked about Superman before.
On here?
Yeah.
Never have.
Have we never talked about
I don't think we have. I'm always afraid he's gonna kill me.
I don't know if he can
Freeze.
get back into the country, dude.
Well, yeah, I could just see him getting on a rowboat and just coming here from Hawaii and murdering
Just
me.
coming all the way. Yeah, we met him at a show. Where was that show?
Susie's.
No, he did Susie's, but also Calabash. He was there, and he was like, man, They're like, what should we say about you? Man, I can host. I can middle.
Yeah.
I can headline. Either way, I'm going to fucking kill it. I'm going to do my thing to this crowd,
Tell
and they're
them
going
I'm
to
the
remember me.
motherfucking man.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Tell them I'm Jesus Christ reincarnated as Allah.
He's
And
wearing
you're
this
just like, Jesus, okay.
Weird suit, and you were like, oh,
Bright
wow.
red suit.
Okay.
Bright red suit.
Duante Suitman Barnett
In the basement of a Jamaican restaurant in one of the seediest areas of the city.
of Vancouver. Yeah.
And then he went up, and I think it was just like 6 50-year-old Caribbean people being like, yeah, we don't care.
Well, I mean, the set was also like incomprehensible, rambling nonsense. Like it was like, yeah, people always been calling me Mark. My name's not Mark.
It's Soup Man.
It's Soup Man. And you're just like, oh, this is nonsense.
Who is it that we were trying to
It's
explain it
nonsense,
to and then
you're
kept mishearing it as Soup Man? They're like, wait, his whole thing is he has soup? We're like, no, he has a bright red suit. He wears a red suit on stage. They're like, soup? I'm like, no, you idiot. Soup Man. Soup Man.
I followed him because it was just so much confidence. I was like, I don't think it was that American sense of triumph.
Yeah, dude.
That it just is so exotic to us up here, where I was like, wow, this guy truly thought he could just bamboozle all of us into thinking he was important. And then we were like, sure. And then he got on stage, and it was just like an incoherent, babbling, nonsensical set. And then he came off clearly shaken.
Yeah.
And it was like, did he think it was going to go well? And then it's just so antithetical to the Canadian mindset of like under promise and over deliver, I think, is what a lot of Canadians would do. And he promised the greatest thing we're ever going to see in our life, collapsed in on himself, and then felt every minute of it.
It was fucking awesome.
It was like, why did you do this to yourself and us?
He kind of promised us like a 4th Lord of the Rings, and we were like, holy shit. And then he just pulled up a YouTube video of kids in the backyard sword fighting, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, it was like a guy being like, it was a guy doing karaoke being like, you're about to hear the Angels sing for the first time. And
Frank Ocean doesn't have a new album.
And then he vomits like pea soup all over the stage, and then goes, I didn't mean to do that, and then slips on it as he runs off stage, and you're like, what? And then we all followed him out of just curiosity.
Suit Man.
You know, I don't think he ever followed me back.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he ever did. Followed everyone else.
Bastard, dude.
Yeah. And then eventually I had to unfollow him because it was just him being like, I will become the man I used to be before open heart surgery. And I was like, I just didn't want to watch a guy suffer.
Did his
like
kids go to Hawaii with him?
I don't know, man. I didn't ask questions.
Yeah, because I remember that was the reveal of like 2 years later. Someone was like, do you know he has children?
It was me. Because I was watching him. Because I was mystified by him.
Yeah.
He was like this.
That's always the most funny comedian reveal.
That they have
is like after 7 years, you'll be like,
yeah.
you know, he has a daughter that doesn't speak to him, and you just go, what the fuck?
It
what?
is.
It's
the
so
twist,
dark.
It's the twist in so many like main character people.
Yes.
There's so many people living a movie in their head when they do comedy, and the twist to us is always, oh no, they have kids.
Yeah, legit.
They have kids at home that they've clearly abandoned in pursuit of whatever this is.
To talk to like a new comedian, and they're like, yeah, I like that guy. And I'm like, that's cool. Do you know he placed both of his children in foster care in order to pursue that? And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, no, he did.
No, he's a fun guy. Well, I'm sure his kids would disagree with you.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. If you have children and you're pursuing stand-up comedy, don't do that. Be there for your kids.
Or just be so undeniable. You know?
You know who's going to deny you? Your children of love when you're old and nothing ever works out for you. And then you go back to them. When you go crawling back to your children after you've ignored them for your entire life, and then you go, now you will be my greatest achievement. And they're like 28.
It's
not a good look.
It reminds me of that scene in The Wrestler, except none of the comedians are jacked. You know, they get to return, and they're like, I don't even have any muscle to show for this. I just have my horrendous last 20 years. Yeah, it's a fucking strange one.
Yeah, it's like The Wrestler instead of Randy the Ram, it was Neil Hamburger. Did you see the movie he was in?
Hamburger. No, what was he in?
He was in the brutal movie where he was like a road comic. Oh my God, it was a dark film.
Oof. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeesh. Why does it feel like every 6 years someone tries making a movie about being a road comic and it always bombs?
Well, it's just such a dark life to reveal. And I think that, but at the same time, whenever anyone tries to make a romanticized movie about stand-up comedy, like that new Will Arnett one.
I haven't even seen the trailer for it. I just heard people talk about it.
It's just like whenever they make movies about stand-up where the character like starts stand-up and is like headlining within like 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so you just skipped realistically about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and or just alternatively, the audience just immediately loves them and they're like, "You're a star," and then it's just like everything just is like fast tracked for them.
I remember watching the Marvelous Miss Maisel, and I know it's a fucking TV show, but just getting so frustrated by it.
I liked that one, but yes, do you remember how many women started stand up after that?
Yes,
clearly,
Yes!
like. We saw a woman that lady had the manic meltdown, the episode at the open mic, and then she was clearly trying to do a Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah.
And then she was like rambling, and then people would like crowd work her because she was one of the only people at this open mic.
Mm-hmm.
Rambling about how hot everyone on stage was, rambling about what a piece of shit her ex-boyfriend was, but he did stand up, but none of us had ever heard of him. So it was like, I think he was just like an open micer that did this once or twice.
Yeah.
But she was like, he's a comic, and we were like, no, he's not. We've never heard of this guy. And then she fell off her chair and hit her head, and we had to call an ambulance.
Okay, I do
you
not. No, was I there for that?
You were there, absolutely there for that. Yeah.
Oh, did I just miss it? Was that a Kino?
No, it was at the Irish one. The one that's
yes,
when it was Dublin calling or something in between.
The one on Main Street, or sorry, Main Street. Yes.
By the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that
was
show
a
sucked,
brutal
dude.
show, and then
she. That was like coming out of COVID, where there was really nothing to do.
We were just
and there was
looking for
only a
stage
few
time,
shows, so it was like, yeah, we'll do this. I do remember that.
And she had like it seemed like she'd taken medication or something. Like she was so drunk, and it was like, who fucking served this chick?
Damn.
And then halfway through the show, she fell off her tall bar chair.
Oh.
And then cracked her on the ground, and then the show stopped, and we had to hold an ambulance. And then we had to kick that show off again.
Welcome back, you guys.
Yeah, literally, it was sad. Like, well, that was a crazy hour, 45 minutes, and then everyone who was there to watch the show left.
That show was
and then
such a
stuck around.
fucking nightmare.
That was a brutal show.
That was a fucking brutal show. What was that called?
I don't remember.
I can't remember what the name of that bar was, but holy shit, that sucked.
That was one of the most unwinnable.
And I would do
I've ever
it
done
so
stand-up.
much, and I would just be like, why the fuck am I still doing this? This is terrible.
Yeah, and that was where people started to get a bad attitude towards us. That was where the bad boys, because we'd walk in with leather jackets, roast everybody, and
glasses
then hiss
on,
like snakes.
sunglasses on,
glasses on. That was when my pompadour wig was still in good shape.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then people would be like, "What makes you guys so good?" And then we'd both go, "Tunnel snakes rule."
And go walk off on it. Yeah, that was a fucking.
You had that comb that was in a switchblade.
And between every single punchline, I would start combing my hair. Every single time. I wouldn't take a sip of water. I would just have chewing gum and a root beer.
And that show was so bad, and you'd be like, all right, I'll get a beer just to get through it. And they were like, that'll be $15.
Yeah,
and it
dude.
was like, I hate this bar.
Yeah, it was always something that was like $9 for a pint, and you'd just be like, are you fucking kidding me right now, man? This
I
is
remember
lager.
drinking a Guinness there one time, and it was like $13-14 for like one of the worst Guinnesses I've ever had.
Yeah, I
think the Irish guy serving me was like, so great Guinness. And I was like, why does it taste like blood?
I think moving forward, I'm just going to have beers in the room. I'm not going to bars anymore. I'm just going to be drinking it. I'm going to have some friends over. Obviously, you're always welcome. Just drink in my room. Just drink in my place. You
used to do that.
I know.
Your place was.
It was great.
Your place was the hang zone.
And then my new place will be that too.
Well, does your roommate know that?
He's gonna be away for a lot of it actually.
Oh, really?
And also that he actually is down to clown. That boy is down to clown now.
That's true.
That boy's coming out of it with. He's got money now.
He's a debauched fellow.
He's got money and he's got a taste for sin and he's ready to go. He's the same one that threw up at that bar.
Taste for sin.
Yes, he's got a taste for the sin.
He's a Glover, you're a Slider. How will the two factions ever
this is
become
about
friends?
to be a disaster inside this place.
I hope that's
Israel
what
and Palestine don't even begin to understand Glovers versus Sliders.
The next Fallout's like that, where it's like rather than the NCR and Caesar's Legion, it's Glovers and Sliders.
Oh, I haven't watched the new Fallout yet. You're ruining it. I played New Vegas though, so I don't really give a fuck. It's whatever. That's cool. I watched the first season. Haven't watched the second. Yeah, so anyway, so what other shenanigans you get up to, hey?
You just really killed my riff, and I'm actually just kind of dealing with what you've just done.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry
That Ghoul City doesn't have any fucking sliders inside of it. The underworld doesn't have any Glovers going on down
Hey,
there.
Sean, can I talk to you off mic real quick? hey, Sean, real fun. Can I talk to you off mic real quick?
We go over to the bathroom. Why the fuck would you do that? Fucking sandbag
Go to the
me?
bathroom and I slam you into the wall.
Why
If
the
you
fuck would you?
ever disrespect me like that in this
And
house.
if you ever disrespect me like that
Shove
again.
my finger in your face and you suck on it.
We got another hiccup.
If you think that
That's it. For a second. Oh, god damn, dude.
New
Yeah.
Fallout's good.
I believe that. I
enjoying
loved
it.
the first season.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems good. Only one episode so far.
I'm having fun so far.
I'm having a lot of fun so far.
I'm having a lot of fun. Do
Yeah, dude.
you realize?
Do you realize? Let me tell you something. If Green River County were to see those videos that you uploaded, our home would be forsaken.
Forsaken. And they did, and it was.
Yeah, well, have
And
you
it
ever
burned down.
Have you? There's a version where you can see his dad's face a little better, and he gives him the meanest look where he goes, "Do you realize?" And then when Chris Chan starts to realize that he may have fucked up his family's future, the dad just goes and does like a special needs face back to his special needs or son, and you just go, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Yeah, whatever. I mean, living with a guy with that level of autism doesn't seem fun.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have old kids.
Oh, dude,
That's why you got to get out there. You got to have
Yeah.
kids as soon as possible.
No, I think it's cool. I've been seeing a lot of comment sections of people saying that they have autism, and then I just watch the videos of Chris Chan, and I go, I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I truly do not think you do.
I genuinely wonder if I do. I don't know. I feel
You
like
honestly might.
I think I
You might
do.
have like very low level
I think I have a
Asperger's.
good case because there's people that are like, ugh, well, it's really tough with autism. But I'm like, you're operating on a way higher level than I am.
I've had people in the past be like, well, Darcy's autistic, right? And I've just known you for so long that I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh, shit, maybe. Then I've thought of all the moments where you're like, I just spent 6 hours alone today just watching videos about the transit system through Dubai. And I go, what?
Well, no, it's the that once they're building a mega city that's like one line.
Oh, the Saudi. Is that the Saudis?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
it
yeah.
Kuwait? Who's doing that? I saw it. It's a disaster.
I think it's the Saudis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a fucking disaster. Though.
and I did.
It's
I've
the Mir
watched-
City.
I watched it. Yeah, it's just this crazy idea of like,
Yeah.
what if the whole city was one line? And it's like, what? And then the guy just they have more money than any one family should have.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Chappelle's take on doing
didn't
the
see it.
Saudi
I haven't seen any of the Chappelle
doing the
specials.
Saudi festival? Dude, it was
Same.
so fucking lame.
Oh, really?
He does it, and at first
Did
I
he
was
do
like,
it?
yeah, he did it. He just kind of quietly did, but
He just wanted to go to Mecca.
yeah. I was gonna say Muslim boy doesn't get hit as hard as Bill Burr. It's like the one what's it called? One place in life it's a little easier. But he brought this up, and then I brought it up to a friend, and she had a fucking great point about it. Where at one point he's just like, yeah, and you know they said he killed a journalist. People are getting mad at me because they killed a journalist. What about the 240 journalists that have been killed in Gaza in the last 6 months? I didn't know we were keeping count. And then it's just like, yeah, the people who are mad at you about this are the exact same people that are mad at you for that, like, that are mad about Gaza. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's just whataboutism.
Yeah, oh, it was
It's just like, what about what Israel did?
it was
like,
just watching a man.
no one's saying that Israel didn't do that.
No, yeah, it was the weirdest fucking thing to just be like, yeah, you think that's... What about in Germany, 1942, where you're just like, what the fuck are we talking about here, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very well aware of that. Everybody agrees it was bad.
Oh, guess what? If Israel did a comedy festival, I think there would be an equal amount of outrage.
100%. I don't think any... Did I tell you at the party about that person sending me the message, being like, if you ever come to Tel Aviv, I'll fucking kill you. And I was like, brother, never planned on coming to Tel Aviv. What the fuck do you think
Yeah.
I would go to Tel Aviv for, you
It's not
idiot?
on my travel log.
Yeah, that's not really on my bucket list to see the great city of Tel Aviv.
I want to see Jerusalem, which I think should not be part of Israel. I think it should be its own city-state.
Yeah?
I'd love to see Jerusalem.
Yeah, what makes you actually want to go see that?
It's Jerusalem.
Yeah, but you're not overly religious.
Well, clearly there's something special to it if three religions are like, that's the seat of everything.
Yeah.
There's been multiple crusades for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clearly there's a little juju there. There's a
Yeah.
little secret spice.
Yeah, I want to go to Los Angeles because that's Scientology's
That's
Mecca.
their Mecca, yeah.
I want to see that shit. That's cool.
I want to go to Jerusalem. I want to see if I have Jesus syndrome.
When you go there and you get full, didn't you told me about this? Where you go
Yeah.
there and you go crazy and you
People
believe
go
that-
to Jerusalem and then they're like, "Oh, I'm the second coming of Christ," and it happens so commonly that like the people of Jerusalem are like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah." Like it's like happens all the time. People go to Jerusalem and are like, "I am him.
Yeah.
I'm the second coming of Jesus Christ. He's back," and they're like, "Sure, yeah, for sure."
Yeah.
And there's just like hundreds of people doing that constantly a year.
I mean, that gives way more insight into why Kanye is so crazy.
Do you think he went to Jerusalem?
I don't know if he went to Jerusalem, but if you paid $3,000 for a round trip to Jerusalem and you're like, holy shit, I'm Jesus, I can kind of understand when you influence an entire culture and you put out some of the biggest albums of all time. You're just like, I think I might be Jesus. That makes more sense to me that he's like, I think I might be Jesus.
It feels
Hell yeah.
very anti, but his whole thing is he's like so Christian that he was like, I'm Jesus. And I was like, isn't that like the ultimate heresy?
I think for any religion,
Yeah.
to claim to be a prophet or to be a messiah of any type is like, no, you've actively gone against any religion.
Isn't that kind of the worst thing you could do is become a false idol?
No,
Isn't that-
historically, isn't this the worst thing possible?
Now, I don't know much about your great little Abrahamic religion, but correct me if I'm wrong, if what you're doing is creating a false idol and leading people astray. Aren't you ensuring that many of your fans won't enter the kingdom of heaven, which you claim to be the Lord of? Oh, tell me, Yeezy, is this a thing we're doing now?
Damn, so you want to go to Jerusalem? What else is on your bucket list there, Darce?
I want to see Mongolia.
That actually would be kind of fucking
Jerusalem, Mongolia, yeah.
Yeah.
When, that's my like when my money comes in. I'm gonna go to Ireland and do the obligatory like, hey, it's where's some of my family's from.
sick. Dude, you know what?
And then-
Manifesting this, I feel like within like 4 years we will be able to go to Ireland.
I feel like we could go to Ireland tomorrow. I don't think Ireland's that hard to
Ireland's not doing too well right now.
I know.
Ireland's not
we
doing
could go
too
there
well.
and be like, wow, look at all the homes that they also can't afford and have to rent.
Man, they're so pro-Palestine and so anti-Arab. It is
Yeah.
so crazy.
We could go to Ireland, or as we like to call it, a bar in East Van. Yeah, it's. I just want to go see.
It is sick, dude.
Yeah.
And you would also like the comedy scene. Like, you would enjoy it.
And I want to see. My mom's from Edinburgh, so I want to see that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would like to take.
Would
her.
you like to go to the Fringe Festival?
I know it's brutal.
Do you
No,
actually want to go to the Fringe?
No, she always said that. She said the Edinburgh tattoo is more interesting, which I was like,
What is that? I'm not
I don't
familiar.
know. It's, but I think it's. I looked it up, and there's just like a bunch of like bagpipes and drums.
Okay.
And I was like, this is music of my people. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to the Fringe at all.
I was gonna say, there's no English comedians there ruining their entire life savings.
Yeah, there's no English
We're at
comedians.
the Fringe, doing the
comedians
fucking
with a headset being
doing
like,
the most pompous, boring shit in the corner of a bar.
I'm going to tell you all about a time my dog died and then I was gay. And it's the show's an hour and 10 minutes long, and I can't wait for a standing ovation at the end.
There were several wardrobe changes, and if you don't tip me at the end of the night, well, my children will starve.
The hardest part about all the gay sex I was having was managing to keep my headset on while I did incredible stand-up comedy at the same time.
Do you think at the end of Edinburgh Fringe Festival, there was all these comedians who made no money and got no deals just going, all that gay sex was for nil? I had all that sex with the same gender and I got fucked in my ass for nothing?
I sucked all those big, beautiful, beefy hogs for this.
What the fuck?
What in the flying fuck am I doing up here?
We should go to...
Time to go back to Chadwick Upton.
we should go to Edinburgh and put our own show and call it Infant Reindeer.
Infant reindeer.
Oh, it's us, an infant reindeer.
Anyways, that's
What's
what
it about? Well, it's about us having straight sex and realizing how fucking cool it
It's
is.
about me sucking a woman's cock and loving every minute of it, isn't it, love? Hello, welcome to Infant Reindeer, where I fucking suck my way through the countryside.
Infant reindeer. At the end of the night, I'll be putting out a tip jar. The tip jar is just the head of my cock, and each person has to spit on it at least once.
Welcome to the incredible true story of a time I went to a pub, stalked a weird guy, and then sucked and fucked my way through England. Infant Reindeer, the outrageous true story of two absolute cads.
Press is buzzing about the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Infant Reindeer. It's recently been acquired by British Netflix for a whopping £8 million.
8 million quid.
Yeah, dude.
Watch me deep throat this football, European, not American. And then you're just puking on stage, and everyone's like, absolutely scandalous.
Loony. The man is fucking loony.
Our country's in shambles, but our culture's never been better.
Yeah, it's so fun to see those Edinburgh guys come through town, and then they're like, yeah, you have a 10-minute set, and they're like, looks like it's time to condense an entire tale into 10 minutes, and then they get on stage and are basically like, this is a time I traveled across Southeast Asia and had sex with a Thai man. And you just go, what the fuck is this, dude?
I know you have a chip on your shoulder towards European comedy.
I love Irish
more
comics.
than I do.
Love Irish comics. They were sick.
But you don't like sketch, and you don't like...
No, fucking sketch is brutal.
I like European sketch. I like British sitcoms and stuff, but I will say watching their anecdotal stand-up comedy in North America is brutal.
Just pun after pun. Watch me cram 80 puns into 1 hour.
It's so funny when they talk about how they're just like, well, there's this guy in England. You're like, okay. And they're like, he's actually a black man from Atlanta, but he's moved to England and he's really blended in. And you go, oh, I've never heard of that happening before. Wow. What city is he in? Because I bet there's another one in another city.
100%.
Another city.
100%. 100. The satellite black man that goes into every comedy scene from America.
I respect the black men doing it.
I know.
Why would you not?
Yeah.
If you can go somewhere and everyone immediately knows what you're about and your vibe, and you just get to be like a fish out of water.
It's insane to be in Estonia and just hear all these people doing stand-up being like, "Papa, don't take kind." And then just hear in the back of the room, haha, shit. And I go, no fucking way. And they turn around, it's instead of a black guy from Atlanta, it's a black guy from England. And you're just like, what are you doing here, dude? What the fuck are you doing
I'm
here?
the closest I could get.
There was an American guy that was there as well, and I was like, what the fuck? It was crazy to be doing like a show in Talon and just be staring at this American dude and just be like, why are you here, dude? Why are you in fucking Estonia right now?
Why are you here?
Which did have some killer comics, so it was great, actually.
All right, I bet there's great scenes all over.
Yeah, that scene was sick.
Like, I have no doubt there's probably a ton of phenomenal comics all through Europe.
Yeah.
I would, just for, like, I've never had a chance to play tourist without being a comic as well. So I would like to go to Scotland and just be like, wow, a castle, like,
yeah.
Wow, a valley in the Highlands where there was a battle, and then you look around and you go, there's nothing here. It's so dead.
And you just don't want the pressure of like, oh, fuck, I have a show in 4 hours.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's just such a different thing, and, like, maybe, like, do a show, like, a couple of weeks or something, but when you're
Yeah.
like, I have a show every night,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I'm traveling
You
in the
can't
day,
really enjoy it.
it's so stressful.
Dude, one of my favorite memories from Ireland was hanging out with the boy Dara, with our boy.
The fellas.
Going out with him, and then it was like 1 p.m. and we were just kind of wandering around Dublin. He's like, "You want to get a pint?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure, man." We just got fucking obliterated by 6 p.m. Bailed out of the show. Looked like it was about to cancel because of low ticket sales. We just bailed out of it. Got so fucking drunk and just wandered through Dublin.
That's what I like.
It was unbelievable.
In terms of, like, how my autism works, that's what I like.
It was incredible.
I like being able to do that.
Like Dara, probably that was one of the highlights of my entire trip. Was just getting absolutely
tanked
tanked with Dara, and Dara growing up in the city and being
Yeah.
like, okay, here's this. I can't do his accent, so I'm not even gonna try. But
I can only do it when I've talked to him.
I know,
I can
right?
meanly do it back.
Yeah,
at him.
he's doing well over there.
Of course, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's so fucking funny. But it was just sick to be there, and he's like, here's what to do, here, let's go to this place. And then he just kept showing me all these fucking sick bars that I never would have found.
Yeah.
And just getting absolutely blitzed inside all of them. It was great. It was so fun. God, I'm never quitting drinking.
No, I kind of have the same thing too. Honestly.
I know.
I just like it. I like it too much. I don't do it often anymore, and I like that.
It's kind of beautiful.
But I love having the option of, like, I'm gonna get absolutely rat fuck drunk right when you just turn that switch on.
I'm
and
curious.
you're like,
When was the last time you were like, it's happening?
Not.
I wanted you to
that-
do it on Sunday.
Yeah, I could.
On Sunday, I was like, oh my
I
God.
had a
what's...
fucking party to go to later that night.
Yeah.
I know you wanted me to do it on Sunday. Not that long ago, per se, but it has been a while.
I love to see it.
I
love to pull up to a bar and it's you sitting there and you're like 4 drinks in. You go, "What's up, buddy?" And I just go, "Oh, it's happening."
Yeah.
It is a great sight.
He's arrived. No, I don't
Yeah.
remember the last time I just, like, fully, like, indiscriminately, willy-nilly were just like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, it felt. I mean, this was back in like 2018, but the amount we used to drink in hindsight was very concerning.
Yeah.
I remember just never clocking it because I wouldn't really get hungover, and I would have work the next morning and be totally fine.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I was like, I was probably getting just shittered like 3 days a week.
Oh, dude, yeah. We were, yeah.
Tuesday, remember? Because we would go to Good & Co.
Yeah.
We'd go to Good & Co., which on Tuesdays had a special for highballs were $3.
Yeah.
So you could get a double for $6, or was it a double for $5, and just get absolutely hammered.
We went to Two Parrots so much they knew our order before.
Very
we even
pathetic,
sat down.
too, that it was the cheapest
The
thing on the menu.
cheapest,
It was the
dirtiest
cheapest thing. What was it, $5.50 for a shot of...
$7 for a beer.
I
and
thought
a
it was
shot.
less then.
No, it's $7.
Yeah, $7
the
for
redneck
a
combo.
beer and a shot of
It's like
whiskey.
$7.50 or something.
And it's vile. And it's so good.
Shot of JMO and a Lucky.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, it was
great.
It was great. It was a great time.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah. I don't miss like the way that some people do. I don't miss it per se, but
It's sad to see people keeping that pace when they're pushing their 40s.
Brutal.
It's very sad to see, like, to go to Toronto and go to the Comedy Bar,
Yeah.
and there's, like, all these comedians who have had stuff or currently have stuff, and they're just sitting in the Comedy Bar just getting absolutely blitzed.
Do you
I'm
think
like,
that's
Jesus.
why we don't have alcohol problems? I mean, knock on wood.
Honestly, yeah. Knock on wood. Yeah.
That this podcast is mildly successful. We'll become raging alcoholic burnouts in like a year.
Dude, it'd be so funny if when Bobby joins, we get him to relapse.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
That would be funny. Fuck you. That would be
hated
funny.
Bobby when he drank.
Yeah, Bobby was insufferable.
He was
I
terrible when
hated
he
Bobby
drank.
for like 2 years.
We hated Bobby. For
I know.
2
We
years.
made fun of Bobby
Yeah,
constantly.
I called him a wigger all the time.
Yes, we made fun of him so fucking much. I remember Ola being like, "Yeah, he's actually kind of cool." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, he wants to fucking be you." And Ola was like, "Whoa, you're right." You know, I'm like, yeah, he was brutal when he was drinking, but I adore him now.
Yeah, the moment he sobered up, I was like,
Yeah, I remember coming out of COVID.
"Who's this weird gay little freak in my vicinity?"
I remember coming out of COVID and being like, "Fuck, I think I'm actually starting to like this guy." That's fucking
Same.
weird.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he hit the ground. He was the only other guy at the shows with us.
Yeah.
So we were doing shows relentlessly, and then he was just like, "Hi." And it was
What if we give him the ultimatum? He can join the podcast, but right before joining it, for the first time ever, he has to do one shot of Kahlua. One shot.
I hate this
just so that we know he's really about it. You know, just so that we know he's really about it.
I say we make him like bleed his penis a little bit.
Dude, what if we
You know, we
made him
give
get
him, like,
frosted tips?
Oh yeah, he would love that.
He would do that.
I would love that.
I think he would very gladly
I
get
think
frosted
both.
tips.
I have no tips to frost, but I think both of you guys.
Pubes.
I'll just dye my hair blonde.
Frosted tips, or we make him get cornrows for at least 2 weeks.
If you guys, I will grow my hair out and dye it blonde. Allie my girlfriend would love that.
Would you ever? We've talked about this before. Would you ever get cornrows in your hair?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude,
In a heartbeat.
that'd be so funny.
And then you and Bobby can get frosted tips.
Oh yeah.
And then
And we could become those guys who are almost 40, and they're like, "I'm still cool, but I'm 40," and it's just like, "Hey, you're almost 40. Why don't you become a father?"
we'll call ourselves the hype beast, but there will be a typo for the hype breasts.
Hey, breasts, and we only wear swag era clothing.
Yes.
So like super tight pants,
Jinko
flat
jeans.
brim hats, big oversized vests, polo shirt on, and we're always saluting the camera in every photo.
Yeah, and none
Shutter
of us-
shades, overexposed photo.
None of us ever smile.
Yeah. All of us start calling ourselves swagapinos.
We're all flipping off the camera.
Yeah. Yes.
Swagapinos.
Oh, dude, what if we just start saying we're swagapinos?
We just announced it. This is
This
Canada's
is-
foremost Filipino comedy podcast.
This is Canada's #1 swagapino podcast. This is the podcast for and by swagapinos.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah,
Who's been eating that chicharron these
I told you
days?
about my old coworker of Filipinos have swag, and I was just like, what? And she's like, they do have swag. And I was like, all right.
You gotta respect how much the Filipinos ride for their own culture, because no one else is picking up that style. No one else is coming in and being like,
Yeah.
you guys are cool and you are pulling this off.
We love it. We love to see. Anytime I
love to see a black man.
I was
win.
going to say, anytime I see Filipino culture, I do think, man, black culture was pretty cool 20 years ago. Man, that is kind of crazy. It's always like 20 years behind.
You'd think that they would take more notes from Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Easily the coolest Filipino.
I know.
One of
the
the
only thing they
greatest
took from it was
athletes of all time.
homophobia. Like, be homophobic. Be super homophobic. It is kind of sick in some of the videos to see, like, a Filipino unk who's referring to himself as unk. He has a lineup. He has kind of braids on. He has Jordan 3s, and he's just spit roasting an entire pig. And you just go, what? What the fuck are you doing? Kind of sick. Yeah. Yeah.
Are Hawaiians allowed to say the N-word?
No, dude. No, man. Not up to me, but fuck. When I was in New Zealand, though, you best believe all those Maori boys said it.
Well, I would assume.
Yeah, well, there's no black people there, so it was like what Indian people were like in Vancouver in 1994.
And also last week.
And also currently.
Yeah,
They
also
still
last
say
week,
it.
also tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Go to Indian-run Tim Hortons and start wiling out, and they will say it to you. They'll go, N-word, chill.
Yeah, it is crazy how the thicker the accent, the more likely you are going to hear the N-word.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But, sorry, what was the question?
The question is, are Hawaiians allowed to say the N-word?
No.
I'm gonna tweet that at The Rock right now. You're not allowed to say
I
it.
think the Rock's half black, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
half
can say
black Canadian.
What?
His dad is.
Are you
from,
serious?
Yeah, his dad's from Nova Scotia.
Damn, we gotta
I think his
claim
dad
him.
was kind of a bad dude,
Oh.
but was a black dude from Nova Scotia.
We still got to claim him.
I know, unfortunately, we do.
Kind of have to.
Yeah.
Is The Rock. Yeah. What's up, Vancouver?
I'm just here in Vancouver.
I'm here in Vancouver. This is where it all began for me. I was a CFL, red-shirted, booted off the team, had nowhere to go. What did I turn to? Gay porn, but you don't know about that.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. It's like a Coke can. Just pissing in bottles, drinking it after. Felt good. Love it. Feel big.
Felt stronger than ever. All that piss, now my assistant collects it. Sometimes I make him take a sip just to make sure I don't have diabetes.
People told me my movie Red 1 was a flop. Well, it turns out I based Red 1 on the dicks after I was done sucking them. That was a big red one.
Red one, and you're all about to suck on my half-black one. Let's get it, boys. Haha. Gonna get this workout stronger than ever. Benny Safdie is directing my next porno.
It's about power. It's about...
Work. It's about power. We put in the hours. We put in something and we devour. Black and Samoan in my veins. And a Puerto Rican man in my asshole.
We don't have any Puerto Ricans.
No, dude, I wish we did.
I know.
Puerto Ricans seem cool,
Then
dude.
we could do West Side Story accurately.
Very true. Very true. West Side Story in Vancouver. It's just whatever it's just Chinese kids.
It's Chinese kids and Indian kids.
Chinese kids and Indian kids, they'd be like, look out, it's the Jets. And
Yeah.
then a bunch of Chinese kids out and go, boy, boy, crazy boy, be cool, boy. I go, whoa, that sounds a little weird.
Andrew Lloyd Webber presents West Side Story.
Tonight, I'm going to see tonight. That is the song, right? Tonight is from it? I think Tonight is from it.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Not in America?
Yeah.
Not in America is from there, right?
I'd have to be in America.
That's it. Fuck yes. Yeah.
I love to be in Canada. I love buying in Canada.
I love to be in America. San Francisco, America. Man, we
Now
gotta
do an Indian
chill,
one.
man. Now do an Indian one? Shit. I can't, man. I'm not good at the Indian accent.
I refuse.
Hey, that's where I draw the line.
Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to make sure that you have fun. Nothing we've said has been funny.
Yeah.
This isn't a funny episode.
For future listeners, I would just like to acknowledge I'm disgusted with what I just said.
Everything we've done on this podcast, not all right. And I'm not going to pretend like it is.
I'm sorry. This just reminds me of. I may have brought this up on the podcast before. I'll bleep his name because he's a respected businessman. Do you remember? You remember?
Yes.
Dude, I was trying to explain
Why are
to
we even
someone.
bleeping his name? Give
No,
him the bump.
I was.
Give him the bump.
I was trying to explain to someone the other day. He was like a 50 or 60-year-old Jewish guy veneers, hair plugs, started comedy in his 50s or 60s. His son was my age, who was 18 years old. He brought his son and all his son's friends to a show. It was a competition I was on. And then I remember me and Brett Skillen watching it, and we're like, is he going to do the bit we think he does? Because he used to have this bit where he would go, and I got a video camera for my birthday back in the early 80s. What do you think a bunch of 11-year-old boys did with that video camera? Well, we filmed each other jacking off, of course. And he told his story about going to a sleepover and filming all of his friends jerk off, and then his dad finding it. And I remember we were all sitting there like, that was like on tape. Like, that's 1980s.
Imagine
looking through a little hole, holding it, being like, smile for the camera, boys. And the dad, the Jewish dad who survived like Eastern Europe occupation through World War II, just being like, oy vey.
Oh, no.
But he did that.
It's not just my son is gay. It's my son started a child pornography ring.
He told that story. I remember being like, man, that's fucked up. That's crazy. And then in front of like probably 10 of his son's friends, he was like, and what did I do with that camera? And me and Brett Skillen just both started holding each other. Like, well, we filmed each other jerking off. And I just hear his son go, what the fuck, dude? And they all started slinking into their chairs, freaking out. But he had that great moment where he was on stage and he had taken a long break, and he was putting on those shows where he where he famously gave me the envelope with like an envelope where I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was getting paid for this. And we were playing inside.
And what was the attitude that he handed it to you?
Well, we were playing inside a country club,
Right.
basically a country club, which I should have expected to be paid. It was a corporate for a country club. And he handed it to me, and I was like, holy shit. I can't remember the exact amount of money, but he handed it to me in this envelope.
You
and
were
I
an
was
open
like,
micer that he was taking advantage of.
yeah, it was probably 21, 22. And he gives me the envelope, and I go, oh, shit, I didn't know I was getting paid for this. And he just went, yeah? Well, welcome to my show. And then he hands me an envelope. I open it. It is $5 and a taxi voucher for like $5 or $10. This is at a point where like Uber's popular. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Like, barely pays for the...
Yeah, dude. Like, it pays for the initial check-in. Like, I could get inside a cab and then get out and then give them that voucher. It does nothing for me. And it's like for a blacktop cab, which doesn't go to the area I live in. It literally, it was almost like he gave me McDonald's coupons. And I was like, wow, thanks, man.
Incredible stuff.
But he did the joke where he was on stage at an open mic I used to run. There's no one there. The stakes have never been lower in this show. You can go up there. You could say a slur. You'd be fine. Probably like 2019. I'm running this open mic. 2018 maybe. It's an Indian restaurant that's staffed entirely by Latino women. That's like the vibe of it. Do you remember this? Sharky?
Of course I do.
Yeah, and then he gets on stage and he's bombing. And he does his big punchline, which is this story about someone saying something stupid to him. And he goes, and he told me, no, we don't have it in that size. And then he bombs, starts to panic, so tries riffing, and he goes, and I say to him, you don't have it in that size. What are you retarded? And then he just goes, I am so sorry for the words I just used. I am disgusted with the language I chose. Even saying this, I'm cry laughing. It was in a split second. He said the R word, then immediately was like, everything I've ever worked for is now torn away from me.
I've been canceled. I have to go on my apology tour.
By these 4 barflies that are so drunk they can't even stand, and these Latino women that don't really speak English.
Saying the word and then starting your apology tour in the same breath is so funny.
It was
You'd
incredible.
have to be retarded. I'm sorry for the words I said.
It legit was
I'm
like
a different
that.
person now. I've really done a lot of reflecting.
He took a deep breath and was like, I am so sorry. All I could hear was Brett Skillen scream laughing. I could hear Brett just scream laughing, and then him just going, I'm so sorry. I'm
sorry.
disgusted. I am ashamed. I'm ashamed is the proper term. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Yeah. Anyway, we're past now. Any closing thoughts?
Any closing thoughts? I'd just like to say that everything we talked about on this podcast, I've done a lot of reflecting, and I've done a lot of growing, and I just think that I'm a different person now,